But anyway,
you have to be really ruthless with your own stuff. Cut it out a lot.
True.
I use maybe 10% of what I film, and the rest just disappears.
Yeah, the cutting room floor.
Yeah.
The Love Police and your confrontation with the police, or not from your part, from their part sometimes. What's your experience been about the way police approach you when you're using your loudspeaker in public places?
90% of the time, they approach us, I think, out of curiosity, with a tiny bit of uncertainty as to what we're doing, and I don't think they ever realise what we're trying to do. And so, I guess what we try and do is connect with the human being beneath all the training, beneath all the uniform they're wearing, because they do wear a confrontational uniform. I mean, they wear black military boots,
sure,
a belt with pepper spray and truncheon and handcuffs, which aren't, last time I checked, the symbols of peace. They have a stab-proof, bulletproof vest, and it's black.
It's strange, isn't it, how the police uniform has changed over the last 10 years, from wearing shoes and sort of smart trousers and a shirt to very much, as I said, like a military,
they look
almost like a soldier.
To invade Poland. And I think the police need to choose a different colour for their uniform, because black is associated with the dark side.
SS.
SS, with the fascist black shirts. But coming back to your original question, the main aim with that is to come and almost present to the viewers a microcosm of reality, because what is your life except going through life trying to do your best with people or ideas in your own head telling you can't do it. So when we have actors in a wonderful fancy dress uniform coming up to us and telling us we can't do something, and standing your ground with them and giving them a hug, and part of the sign that says everything is okay, it also means everything is allowed. So we're trying to tell them, look, if no one's getting hurt, it's allowed, stop all this programming, your job, and the fact you're wearing this uniform, the fact you're wearing a crown and your helmet that says the Queen, ER the Second. Forget all that, and let's connect as human beings. And right now, in this very moment, right now, me and you together as human beings, this is our moment. This is what's real right now, not what you've been told or what you feel your bosses would want to do with us speaking with a megaphone. Because what we're actually doing, we're two guys, or three guys, whatever, how many people we have, expressing our sentiments with a loudspeaker. When you turn on the radio, what is that? It's people expressing their sentiments with a loudspeaker. When you go to the cinema, it's people expressing their sentiments with loudspeakers. So because it's out in the open and everyone's running on autopilot, and I said this in the previous interview, thank God we're running on autopilot the whole time, because can you imagine if you had to think about your life every second of every day, you'd go crazy. So it's to try and bring them as human beings out of the autopilot and into the reality of the moment. And it's almost like the layered moment, and try and bring them down to the most basic form and say we're just two human beings. I know the saying namaste, right? That which is divine in you is what is divine in me. And once you realise you're both one, you're not a threat to them, and then because you're acting as if they're not a threat to you, they learn that and realise that. And I think it's important to say, and I think it's very clear to all the viewers, that the videos are definitely not anti-police. We're just anti-control, anti-authority, anti-anything which takes away from the fact that we're all one loving human beings. So, because the police are representing the authority power, to show their human side on video is something beautiful for them, and also beautiful for all the viewers, to show that there isn't anything to be scared of with the police. And again, it's not about police, it's about all the problems we have in our lives trying to hold us back, and saying don't be scared of them, and then you can just sidestep them or hug them and move on.
I mean, you were saying earlier about you recently started to just question what you actually mean by everything's okay. What do you mean by everything is okay?
Initially, I thought the sign was a sarcastic, ironic sign, saying, oh, everything's okay, just go about your business, let us control your lives. But as I've spoken to Danny and spent time with Danny and spent time editing the videos and thinking about reality, I think the message is a lot more sublime and much more esoteric than that. The message is that everything is exactly as it should be right now.
Everything is okay.
Yeah, exactly. There's this scene in The Matrix where I can't remember exactly, but Morpheus turns to Neo and says, everything happened exactly as it was always going to happen. And Neo goes with that Keanu Reeves face, how do you mean? And he goes, the fact that we're still alive right now, and so everything is okay. And because the only creative force in the universe is probably love or light, and then that's what you should concentrate on. Is just you choose every single moment of your life what you're going to manifest in the reality. So I thought it was actually no. Everything is okay works on both levels. You can take it as a sarcastic thing. You can take it as
everything's not okay, but at the same time,
as a religious thing. You can take it as a spiritual thing. So I guess in conclusion, everything truly is okay.
Indeed. I mean, what's your, again, we were talking before we started filming about your views on what some might call conspiracy theories, your general view of the truth movement, that sort of thing. What's your view on that? Where do you see it going, the problems with it, the good things about it?
Yeah, I'm going to make a video myself about the conspiracy theory, truth movement, and so forth. I think it's very difficult, the fact that our movement, the movement, calls itself the truth movement. No one knows the truth about anything, ever. We just have our own opinions about it. And sometimes I think like conspiracy theories are people like Alex Jones, because they get so caught up in one negative aspect of life, the fact that they're all out to kill us and want us all dead. They're almost like a monkey in a jungle with a drum pointing at a tiger and saying to all the other monkeys, look, there's a tiger over there, look how bad the tiger is. And all the other monkeys are going, yeah, we know, tigers exist.
Yeah, so
let's try and maybe go and eat some fruit. And that's what I think the conspiracy movement thing, like any religion or any idea, you can get far too far into it, and then the fear is self-perpetuating. And I proved that by, I made a couple of videos which were very much like, let's fight, let's go and defend ourselves. But if we're all one, like, who are we fighting? We're fighting ourselves. And as Gandhi says, they can take away your freedom and everything, but they can't take away your dignity. And if you die with your dignity, then you've figured it out. You've figured out the game. You've stayed strong through it, because what is reality except a test, a dance, really, a musical dance, and doing the best you can with what you have. That is reality in a nutshell. And if you concentrate too much on the negative side of things, then you will manifest negative things, and you'll start to compress into your shell and feel that people are out to get you. But if we look at certain facts, and this isn't truth, it's not opinion, it's facts. The world population has gone from 2 billion to 7 billion in 100 years. That's 5 billion extra people who are living with the opportunity for love and freedom and truth for themselves. The world is getting more polluted, and we do want to live in cities, but we want to live in cities because we want to be around other people to love, to share consciousness with. There is an attraction towards big cities, and people say, oh, we're going against nature and so forth, but humanity wants to be together, and lots of technologies which can be used for bad, like nuclear weapons or bombs or guns, we also use it to, like, save, premature babies, or couples who can't have children, they can suddenly have children now. If I fall in love with someone who then has to move abroad, I can get in an airplane and go and see her.
On Facebook.
And communicate with her. I can go on Skype and see the person I love. I can see my parents on Skype on the video screen. And the fact is, if we look at death rates, mortality rates for children and for people have gone down, and life expectancy has gone up. And I drink tap water every day. Everyone I know drinks tap water. My teeth are perfect. Like, the fluoride, I don't know if it's really making us stupider, because we've got advancements in science and technology. The Nobel Prize winners, they're all, drinking all the same poisons we are, but we seem to be getting smarter, more spiritual, maybe not happier per se, because we're going through a very difficult time, but we are figuring out a lot more about the universe. And what is negative except the opportunity for the positive to match it and bring out the Great Awakening? So, conspiracy theory, New World Order, it's like almost pointing at a volcano and saying that lava is going to kill lots of trees and so forth, but if we didn't have volcanoes, we'd have no land, because it came out of the water and created land. So